Here is my wheelbarrow. I pulled it up out of the garage. We had it in the basement most of the winter, kind of keep it, at a decent room temperature so we could eat the squash. Well, this is the squash that we did not eat. And so it sat in the basement and then it sat out in the garage. And while I need my wheelbarrow to unload the compost and spread that around the garden area that Mrs. H's brother came over and tilled up a couple days ago. So to do that, I'm going to plant it in the same space where we planted it last year. And that was over here. I have already picked up all that wood and thrown that up there on the piece of tin. But the reason I'm out here now is I notice this branch. I just keep hitting my head on this branch and it's just kind of like horizontal right there. And I'm thinking I need to go, well, it wouldn't take much to cut that off and drag that on off into another place and get that out of my way. And then it'll be out of my way for the rest of the year while I mess with the squash over here. Well, so what we have here, well, besides the battery charger just sitting here on the stand, is over here is where we have a couple of chainsaws. And, well, I just need to decide which one is the one I need for today's uses. I'll probably go with the bigger one just because I like using it better. Sometimes, though, it boils down to which one starts. And I've got the, I like this steel. I like those because they're pretty dependable and they start. Plus, another reason why I like them is because you have one tool. This tool has a screwdriver on an end. It has two different nuts. You could use the same wrench for tightening the chain, for changing out the spark plug, for doing about anything you need. And when I got this out, I did go ahead and tighten up the chain, check the oil, check the gas. So now I just see if she runs. And if she does, I'll be out there cutting down that tree. If she doesn't, I'll be getting the other chainsaw out. Well, as you can see, she started, she ran, and the branch is no longer there. The branch is now here on the ground and cut up into 5 foot 6 foot sections. Now I just hauled her out. Probably put it over here with this and haul it all out at once. But let me walk on over here so you can see how this garden is looking. I guess first of all, there's some potatoes that we actually harvested last winter. They sat in the garage all winter, and this winter, or this spring, they'll go back into the ground and be potatoes again this fall. And here is our garden. We have 2 strips over there, and the reason we have those 2 strips is because my son is getting married in September, and we have decided to plant some flowers. We're going to use those 2 strips for our flower garden. We have another one across the way over there, and we're going to see what we can do to plant our own flowers for the wedding. And our organic farmer daughter helped us to select the right seed company and the right seeds, and we purchased the seeds, and we've got the plant started in the house, and egg cartons is actually what they're started in, and we'll be transplanting them out here. But first, the truck has got a load of compost in it, and you can see there that I've started. Let me see if I can zoom. No, I can't. So, well, you can see I've started putting some compost there, but that's why I want the wheelbarrow. I want the wheelbarrow so I can unload the dirt into the wheelbarrow, the compost into the wheelbarrow. Just a second there. Get that turned off so that's not running in the background. Get that squash planted up here in this area, and use the wheelbarrow to load up with the compost, spread the compost out to the different garden areas, maybe go get another load, and we'll see where we go from there. There we are. I have a few holes dug, and Mrs. H told me I didn't really need to dig holes, just dump them out here, they'll grow. That's how Mother Nature does it. But I dug some holes. That one kind of looks like a combination between an acorn squash and, well, the spaghetti squash that we have over here. There's a more rotten spaghetti squash, which I would expect to grow maybe even a little bit better. And then here's another one of these squashes. I don't know what it is, but there's those 4. They're They're about 4 feet apart, and well, you see how far apart they are. The idea is to be able to take a cattle panel and run an arch from here over to here, and then let them vine up on that. And my favorite is acorn squash. Mrs. H's favorite is butternut squash. So out here in front, we'll probably take a second cattle panel and plant a little bit of those and do that for us too. Here is what we have left over for a squash out of our wheelbarrow. Now that will get dumped. I'm not sure where it'll get dumped, but it's going to get dumped somewhere, and it will do what it does. And if it grows, fantastic. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Because as you can see, we got much more than we could eat last winter, and we're replanting, and so I can tell you we'll have much more than we can eat this winter. We do have a lot of friends though, and sometimes our friends like to come on out and help partake of our vegetables or squash or whatever. Eggs, we have chickens and eggs and all that. So I hope that they come out and help us with this. And it would be a shame to see it just like this wheelbarrow just go to waste, in my opinion. I mean, we're gonna put it someplace and hopefully it'll grow, but if it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's waste. So with that, it looks like we're all ready to take a little rest and just kind of rest. Dogs have been playing, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. And here we go. We've started getting the compost in the wheelbarrow. Just kind of shoveling out of there. Now you'll notice that on almost every shot that I have, you'll see my gloves. The reason you see my gloves is because I'm using the recorder right now. And I don't want to fumble with it, so I take my gloves off. But I do use my gloves. Only one time have they been run off with by the dog, and I found a squeaky toy. And through that squeaky toy, she dropped that glove right now and went scampering after that squeaky toy. That's what she does. She's over there now. Looks like she's gonna, I hope she doesn't fertilize those squash, but it looks like she's over there gonna mess with them a little bit. Anyway, here we are. There's our rhubarb patch. There's our pig. Our pig needs a little paint. I plan on putting a coat of paint on him. We got our pig watching our garden, and I got to get this work done. So I got a haircut appointment at 9:30. I don't know what time it is now. I'm going to guess probably about 8 o'clock. So I'm going to let y'all go now, and we'll catch you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye. And here we are just a few short minutes later with our piles just to be raked and our flowers to be planted, and we wait for the spring rains. Well, so there we have it. There's that other garden patch I was telling you about. We got the truck all cleaned out, or as clean as it needs to be, swept out. The old trustworthy gloves off again. Tools of the trade. Yep, used all three of them. And you know, I think that we got a fair amount of work done. At least the compost is unloaded off the truck. Beautiful spring day, wonderful tree, garden area in the background, horse trailer, grain trailer, squash over there behind the pine trees. You know, I think it's been a good morning. Let's go get a haircut. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.